There is some beauty in waiting your turn. Hello, welcome back to my 90 days of lessons from me to you. And today is day 59, I believe. We're almost at that day 60, that 2/3 mark. I'm pretty sure if we had stayed on track, we would be at least at 70 right now, but that's neither here nor there. But today's lesson that I've learned is that there's nothing wrong with waiting, right? I feel like a big thing that I try to do, and I feel like a lot of people my age do this, we try to rush things, right? And I feel like that is attributed a lot to social media. We always see people, whether they're younger than us or the same age as us, or within that same range, probably that between, because, a lot of people on the internet, super young, are making like crazy bread. Look at the Rizzler, bro. Like his family's got to be like swimming in it, right? And then looking at all these streamers and YouTubers and people like that, like they've been making these hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, for at least a decade now. Like look at like the FaZe house. Like what is it? FaZe Adapt, like that guy, right? And like he started doing like 13. He said he was making like $10,000 a month by like 16 or 17 or something like that right now. So it's crazy to think about that. But I feel like a thing a lot of us do is we look at these people and you're like, okay, so they can do it, so I can do it. Which is it's a good mentality to have, right? If they can do it, I can do it. But the thing is, you don't really see the process of them doing it. You just see that they've done it, and you just see or you just see the results, right? For the most part, you see the results. People only know you when you've made it. People don't really know you when you're coming up. I mean, like you guys do, for the subsect of you who actually do watch this channel religiously, right? Well, not religiously, but oftentimes and not. Thank you also, by the way. And looking at that, you kind of give yourself a timeline, and you're like, okay, they've done it. All right, let me get into it. And you give yourself, say, like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Maybe you give yourself a year, and you're like, all right, it still hasn't happened yet. I'm gonna stop doing it. And that's just not how that works, man. I know that we as humans, especially our generation, we like to have instant gratification. We don't really like to wait for things, right? I used to be like this. To some extent, I still kind of am, but I have gotten better at delayed gratification. Example, this YouTube channel, this TikTok thing that I'm doing, right? There's no immediate gratification for me other than the fact that you guys, react, watch the, interact, watch the videos and comments and things like that. Like I love responding to things like that. I love seeing that people are watching my videos, but the gratification eventually from this is the fact that I get to a spot where I can make a living off of this. I can do this for the rest of my life without having to go and work for somebody else or do a 9 to 5 for somebody else, right? That's like the gratification of doing YouTube and social media. You basically get to live a life that allows you some sort of freedom, which is what I am chasing. I'm chasing a life, or what I'm attracting. I don't want to say chasing. What I'm trying to attract into my life is this idea of unlimited freedom. There's always restraints and things like that in your life, but this idea of unlimited freedom. And to get there, you have to wait, right? We always say the phrase brick by brick. You need to place a single brick every single day, or you need to place a brick somewhat consistently, because when you're building a house, right, you have to give a house a good foundation. If a house doesn't have a good foundation, it's going to crumble, right? And on top of that good foundation, every single day, you're going to have workers come in. They're going to put down a brick, put down another brick, put down another brick, and put down another brick, right? Because it's a meticulous thing. If you want this house to stand the test of time, you need to place these bricks meticulously. If you want this house to live even longer than you, maybe, you need to put in the work to have that house, right? So that your future generations can enjoy that house. And I'm saying this to say that if you really want to make a career out of anything that you do, you need to do it the right way, right? I know there's no singular right way, but for some things there kind of is, right? Look at college, for example. I heard this story the other day of I think it was IT major or something, computer science major. He went to, I believe it wasn't Harvard, it wasn't Cornell, Stanford. He went to Stanford. All 4 years went to Stanford. You're a computer science major, you graduate Stanford. I think he graduated, he said he was like at least close to a 4.0. But now he works at In-N-Out. And again, that's not me knocking out In-N-Out, but it's crazy to think that you have a degree from such an accredited school in such a hard major, and you can't get a job because why? They cheated all the way through school. They cheated all the way through college. Every single assignment they did, they cheated on it. Exams, cheated on it. So now you're in the real world and you're trying to get a job with this degree, you don't even know the most basic things to do to apply. Or maybe they applied and they got interviewed. You don't know the basic things to do that they give you. You don't know how to do basic coding. You don't know how to do things like that. So that foundation, sure, you have the results, but that foundation isn't there. The things that you place down isn't there. You didn't wait your turn, right? You didn't grind those sleepless nights to take those exams to understand what's going on. So when your turn does come, because that's your turn is when you're interviewing for that job. When that job calls you back, that job's like, hey, we loved your resume, come on in, we need to test you a little bit, you know, give you some codes to run, because you're going to be running codes. That's one of those degrees that you're actually, the things that you're doing in school, you're actually going to do it on the job, right? That's crazy. I know it's crazy to think, but the things that you're doing in school, you're going to do on the job. So it's like, hey, come on in. And now you're in there, they put the code in front of you. You can't even write anything to do anything. You can't write. They tell you, all right, code for this. You can't do it. Because why? You didn't wait your turn. Or maybe you did wait your turn, kinda, but when your turn comes, there's nothing you can do with it, right? For me, waiting my turn looks like posting these videos consistently, and then when it blows, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. When people are like, yo, love the videos, keep going, keep going, keep. I would already say that my turn's coming up, because people are like, yo, I love the videos. I'm really resonating with what you're saying. And I'm just gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. Every single day you need to knock another nail, knock another nail, knock another nail. But you also need to be patient in the fact that just because you knock a nail every single day doesn't mean that nail is gonna be that one for that day, right? It doesn't mean that that day is gonna be when it blows. But eventually, I always say this, if you are consistent in anything in your life, eventually you're going to see results, and everything eventually is going to pay off. If you're in the gym 5 days a week, 4 days a week, and you're actually putting in the work in the gym, you're going to see the results. You're going to see results. You're going to see the muscles. I can tell you this because I was in the gym 5 days a week. Even till now, still in the gym, right? I know I say the gym analogy because that's one of the easiest ones to do, but it's like, you can apply this to anything in your life. If there's something that you really want to do with your life, you need to wait your turn. But you also, while you're waiting your turn, you're putting in the work. So when your turn comes around, you're ready to go. You're ready to go. That's the thing you need to remember. I saw this video by it was Kai Cenat, and he was talking about the same thing. He was like, yo, people see where I am right now, and they don't see the endless nights that I grinded, that nothing was going on. I didn't have anything going on for me. And I went and I went and I went. I saw another video by Duke Dennis. Again, I don't watch these guys. I just be seeing them on like YouTube videos or TikToks. And he was talking about the fact that you could have nothing figured out for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but you're working along that way. And then one day at the end, or not the end, but one day, so all of a sudden everything's figured out. All of a sudden everything's figured out. All your debt paid off, nice house, nice car, maybe along the way you bagged a shorty and now you want to come up with her. Like, it's things like that, man. You just got to wait your turn and sit down and really believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. Believe in yourself and the thing that you're doing. Once you believe in yourself and the thing that you're doing, nothing can stop you. I believe in this wholeheartedly. I'm not going to tell you there's times where there was times where I, didn't believe in it. I'm just like, why am I even doing this? But at the end of the day, I know that I'm going to keep doing it. Because when this hits, it's gonna hit. When everything that I'm doing hits, it's gonna hit. Because I believe in myself. I believe in the work that I'm putting in, right? Every single day that I wake up, I look at myself and I'm like, yo, shit kind of sucks right now, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. That's what you need to remember. You're going to be fine. Just get up every single day, put that work in, you're gonna be fine. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. I'm gonna go back to that old analogy I always said about the Black Panther one. With that actor that they've been acting for a long ass time, and then ended up in one of the biggest Marvel movies ever, grossed the most amount of money ever, right? And they was doing that shit for a long ass time. I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna be sweet. I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna be sweet along the way. I'm never gonna coddle you. I'm never gonna hold your hand, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. This shit ain't sweet. There's days I wake up and I don't feel like doing this shit. There's days I wake up and I have to force myself to come here. There's days I wake up and I have to force myself to record a TikTok video. Just because you love some shit doesn't mean you're gonna want to do it every single day. People need to stop telling you that. Just because you love some shit doesn't mean that you're gonna want to do it every single day. You get blocked, right? Your mind can get blocked. Your creativity can get blocked. Your energy can just not be there. But show up every day, wait your turn, you'll be good. So yeah, that's today's video. I love you guys. I really do. I really do appreciate you guys. We're almost at 100 subscribers, and I really do appreciate that. Been like what, 2 months? We're coming up on 2 months now. That's crazy to me. I'm very happy to see where we're gonna be in a year. But yeah, I also announced the next challenge or series for this channel yesterday. So if you want to go check that out, it's there. But as always, put God first in all that you do, seek Him in all that you do, and love yourself more than you love anybody else. If there's nobody there that loves you, I love you, but there's somebody there that loves you. And I will see you guys tomorrow.